On the Inner Horizon podcast, Mir Ali Shah takes ancient, profound wisdom and translates it for the modern seeker. One of the most striking insights he explores comes from the 12th century scholar, Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani. Jilani warns that it is entirely possible to spend 80 years strictly performing your outward religious duties, keeping every fast, reciting every prayer, defending the faith, without ever actually making a true interior connection. This leads to what Jilani describes as the ultimate spiritual tragedy. Imagine the soul, the actual traveler inside the temporary vehicle of the body, arriving at the end of its life, stepping into the presence of its maker, and realizing they are absolute strangers. It is the difference between spending a lifetime talking about the divine and taking the necessary time to actually talk to him. The true purpose of all spiritual practice is to fix this right now. We are meant to establish a private, running correspondence today, ensuring that the final encounter after death is a joyful reunion, rather than an awkward, terrifying introduction. Jilani offers a practical mechanism to build this relationship, starting with a complete reframing of dua, the act of asking for what we need. This diagram shows the flawed transactional model of faith we are taught. We treat our request as input and divine granting as output. But applying Jilani's logic, lifting your hands is not the prelude. The asking is the actual answer. It is a human connecting to the one needed by nothing. Because of this, Jilani warns against our quick reflex to remonstrate, to quietly file a complaint, when our timing is ignored or when the response appears to be no or not yet. Accepting a no requires trusting the entity on the other end of the line. It is a recognition that the Creator operates entirely out of love, possessing a much deeper awareness of our best interests than we do. The second mechanism for getting to know the Creator involves the concept of Qard Hasan, which translates astonishingly as making a beautiful loan to the divine. Logically, this creates a paradox. How can a human being possibly loan something to the Creator who already owns the entire universe? This diagram resolves the paradox by redefining ownership. Your money, your health, and your time are temporary deposits placed into this vault of your custody. The strict condition is they must be shared with those who have less. If hoarded, the owner retains the right to remove it. True charity is giving up the illusion of your own property. You are returning a portion of the wealth to its owner, passing it through the hands of another person. And the owner treats this return as a loan, building immense spiritual credit for your final meeting. This brings us to Jilani's most vivid and severe imagery, the arrival of a beggar at your front door. You have to completely reframe this encounter. That person did not arrive on your doorstep by accident. They are a direct referral, intentionally routed to you by the exact same source that feeds all creatures. The Creator does not send the beggar to you because he lacks the power or resources to feed them himself. He sends them because your participation in feeding them is a necessary requirement for your own soul's growth. The unseen consequences of rejecting this assignment are severe. Jilani notes the prophetic tradition that closing your door on a valid referral causes the protective angels to withdraw from your home for 40 days. Turning away a person in need is a rejection of a divine assignment. By refusing to participate in the mechanism that produces softness, we guarantee that the hearts of others will be quietly hardened against us in the future. To make these heavy responsibilities manageable in daily life, the study circle discussing Jilani's work uses a simple 50-50 framework. This visualization divides reality into two parts. Half of what happens is our tangible, active effort, lifting our hands, sharing our deposits, opening our doors. The other half is divine will. We are required to exert our full effort on our side of the scale, while completely surrendering trying to control the other. This requires consistency, governed by the empirical 40-day rule. Maintaining specific company or a specific habit for 40 consecutive days actually alters a person's spiritual state. You eventually absorb the qualities of what you sit with.
Which brings us right back to the existential fear of the dying body and the soul stepping up to the final threshold.
By treating prayer as a direct connection, our wealth as a temporary trust, and the strangers at our door as divine referrals, we build an intimate acquaintance in the present moment. When that final door finally opens, we step through, not as strangers, but as companions.